Hi, I teach the second semester general chemistry course. And so I'm going to just kind of show you a little tour of what I did to recreate our Canvas page and improve it. Just to note, I have it right now in student view, just so that you're really seeing what the students will see. So this is the landing page where students go to get routed to first. And so it has a little picture of the classroom, some links to different places they can go. And then I have really the nuts and bolts first kind of stuff you need to know. So where is the class? What's a description of the class? And some key resources. A lot of these, attendance and late work policy, grading policy are from the syllabus. And so, you open it, you can read it, but it just gives you the excerpt from that. And then some are things like, what do I do if I can't get Gradescope to work, which is a program we use to collect coursework. And so it gives them some resource to go through there, and same thing with their online homework. And then at the bottom, because these are students that are usually newer to the university, it's general chemistry, I have just some links to more university level resources that may help them in just navigating being a student. And so that's the landing page. And so at the top, I also have ways for them to go and explore other things. So we don't use the SF State syllabus because we have 4 instructors that are all, AT has actually routed all students from all sections into this page. So I have the syllabus and the course schedule here. The syllabus and course schedule, really I want it to be the PDF that we've created, but I realized that if I just put a link to that, it didn't preview it for them, it downloaded it. And a lot of them want to look just right on a tablet or an iPhone or something. And so what I did was I just created pages for those. It still has a button where they can download the actual PDF. They can return back to the main page without having to do anything else. But then also I just copied, for example, the exact syllabus, because it was just a way to have that kind of preview for them. And so same thing with the course schedule. I wanted to just have that something that they can access as a digital view, and so that, but they can also download it as a PDF. The instructors, because there's 4 of us plus 4 instructional student assistants, they can go to this page here and it'll introduce them to each of the instructors for each of the sections. And then I purposefully had this little, little gap here. And then I really get into the content. And so each of these goes to a page for the unit. And then there's a link to the textbook. Since we use an online textbook, it was easy to link to. So for example, if I go to the first unit, it gives a unit overview. Just let them know, hey, what is this about? What is equilibrium? And then for each unit, I have outlined each day the topic. This topic here links with the page in their workbook that they purchased. So it should be pretty easy for them to navigate where we are and what it's doing. Because some days need lab coats and goggles and some don't. I put these little icons here on days that they need it, just as a little help to them. And so for each day, if you open it up, it gives a little bit of information of just what should you expect when you come to class. Before class, what should you do? And after class, what should you do? So each day has this structure to it. And then one thing we will be adding as the semester goes is we will be adding links to the PowerPoint slides that we use in class and any other, kind of digital resources that we need them to have access to during class. And so that'll be at the top, just bulleted out for them. So they can go through. And then at the bottom of the page, again, we didn't want them having to be going back and forth and back and forth. And so they can skip around to the different units if they want. They can go to the textbook at any time. They can always return to the main page. And then we made a page that had the equations that they need for reference through the semester. It's also a page in their workbook. And then also a page in their workbook, the common glassware, so that they can see just a quick reference to that. And so, for example, if a student wants to go to Unit 2, they can do it. and it'll have a very similar look to it. Unit overview, and then an outline by day, and then again, links to the different units. One thing that I did do purposefully is for the units themselves, I have it where you can expand or collapse all panels. Thinking about students daily, they probably just want to look at one or a specific day, and especially if they're looking on a smaller screen, they don't want the others open. But if they're thinking about at the end of the unit as they get ready for the exam, they might want to look at them all together in a more holistic way. And so they could also expand all the panels and look at it that way. Oppositely, on the main page with the accordion here, I chose to just have the plus minus, but not the option to expand all. Because, for example, if they're looking at the information on the final exam, and then they want to look at the information on the grading policy, it'll automatically close the other one. And so it just keeps it more compacted for them. Otherwise, it would just get really big and bulky. And that information, most likely, they're not going to be looking at wanting to see all of it together. They're really going to be going just to one area. So that is a quick overview of what we did for the General Chemistry Canvas site.